The following battle video is actually going to be an OU match against someone by the name of Leafia. I believe I took it from my stream some time ago. But the other equally important, if not more important thing that's going to change kind of how people upload videos is that Chase messaged me this morning and told me that Antar 1011 actually released a method on how to remove the music from the battle videos like I used to do with Black White 1. Custom trainer thing is still in progress. I haven't even begun to look into it because it was such a pain in the ass. But the point is, you can still have just the sound effects, you can plug in your own music, but he didn't figure out how to remove the low HP music yet. So I decided to take like 30-40 minutes. It was, I don't know, I kind of lost track of time. It's like 10:45. I started looking into this shit at like 9 o'clock or something like that. But I did figure out how to do it, and I did message him to see if I can do a video tutorial for it, and if I do, I'll include the low HP music file in the description as well. Nothing on that until he gets back to me, but I did figure it out, so I'm just going to go ahead and upload it and show you guys what it's all about. So I chose Lake Valor because nighttime kind of thing. I thought it was a fitting thing, although not really a battle-y kind of theme. Hey, fight me. I don't care. She's going to lead off in Inferno. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with Donphan. This is a crit U-turn, and I kind of suspected something weird on my Donphan's investment, but I realized what it is here on the first turn. I took way too much from that U-turn, and I do way too much with that Earthquake, which definitely suggests that I'm a max attack Donphan as opposed to a defensive set. Otherwise, there's no way I would have one-shotted that Espeon. That surprised me a little bit, and by a little bit, wow. Okay. Probably was expecting the Stealth Rocks on the first turn. I knew because I had Sturdy, I might as well just try to break the Focus Sash on the Inferno because that was a likely thing, seeing it in the lead spot, and then just, you know, finish it off with an Ice Shard, that kind of thing. But we do exchange hazards here, and I figure I might as well stay in because I don't know if it's going to have Grass Knot. I kind of want to scout out the rest of its set. Turns out she decides to go for Overheat. I do end up living it because of some HP investment. And just going to go ahead and go for the Rapid Spin, get the rocks out of here before I end up losing my spinner, as opposed to just killing it outright. I have other things that can deal with Infernape. I believe Alakazam and Birdnatus, Big Bird. So the way I see it, she's at -2 on the Spec Attack, has U-turn, more than likely for the 4th slot, has Close Combat or Stone Edge. I can take basically 3 out of 4 hits fine. If she wanted to lay up Stealth Rocks again, fine, but I kind of saw this as a good switch in. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a sub on this thing, and then I don't think I saw lefties as that thing switched in, or maybe it was the beginning of the turn, I really don't remember. I don't see lefties now, and that should have been a red flag in my mind that this was not a conventional Gastrodon set, and I probably should have switched it out here, because I just don't really run into Specs Gastro that often, but I'll be honest, I was like, you know, I wasn't really paying attention in a stream, and then it just kills me off with an Ice Beam straight. So, now that I noticed that it does kill me off, I kind of wasn't expecting to take that much from an Ice Beam just from a Gastro. I was kind of expecting to maybe live it with a little bit. I know that might have been a little unrealistic, but could have happened. I don't fucking know. If there was one without Spec Attack investment, not Specs, anything like that. But I go into my Infernape after suspecting that that does happen, and I'm going to go for Close Combat because D-Knight does come in and its multi-scale is broken. I am going to be able to hit it for a pretty considerable chunk. This is that Choice Banded one I was using back in the day. I know, Close Combat is not boosted by Iron Fist. Like I mentioned my other one, that was just kind of a slip of the tongue kind of thing there. I was just mentioning all the boosting things it had in its favor for the other punches. So, right here, kills me off with an E-Speed. It was a crit. I don't think it mattered, especially if this is a banded D-Knight. And I think I kind of overestimate my Donphan right here, because I forgot that it didn't have any defensive investment in the match, but right here, just a stupid play. Honestly, stupid play. I tried to go for the Ice Shard, didn't end up working out. I figure a full HP Rotom, this is a special defensive one, but I should be able to take it on okay. So I believe I'm going to end up going for a Will-O-Wisp here, because I don't really want to hit it with a Volt Switch. I don't know if it's going to kill it off because I'm not offensive at all. I missed 2 out of 2 Will-O-Wisp right here as this thing goes for a Surf, gets a crit on a special defensive Rotom. Still only does half. Although it is a Specs Gastro, it still does kind of hurt. I think I'm going to rest up on the switch as she decides to go out into her Dragonite once again. I'm not sure what, but switching up moves is definitely a good idea against the Rotom. So, no, I actually went for the Willows and missed again. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This thing's going to die. I'm going to leave it in, and if it doesn't die to an attack, I'm just going to try to rest up and just try this shit again. So, turns out she goes for Fire Punch, I believe, expecting a different switch of mine. I don't remember if I have any Steel types going on this team. If I do, she was anticipating that, but to be honest, I don't think I did, remembering from the team preview. So, could have been a misclick, or, you know, just kind of an oversight, just expecting a steel type in general to come in. Some people don't write down the team preview. I tend to forget to do that sometimes. So, but now that she is locked in on Fire Punch, I did get backed up to a nice amount of HP, and I get to Volt Switch out into my Alakazam, which is very nice. So, Scizor is going to come in. I am scared of the Pursuit, but this is a Focus Sash Alakazam. I gotta risk it, so I got into Rotom anyway. Turns out she does go for the safe play in the Bullet Punch, and doesn't really do shit to Rotom. Now, I can try to burn this again, but spoilers, with the amount of Will-O-Wisps I have missed, I wouldn't be surprised if I missed another one. And it turns out, instead of, you know, Will-O-Wisp saying that it failed, it says that I just straight up fucking miss. So, I'm like 0 for 4, I think, on Will-O-Wisps. And she's just going to kill me off. Doesn't kill me off with a close combat, actually. But I get to go for a Volt Switch. So, although this thing does have a freaking blind eye when it comes to Will-O-Wisp, I do get to, I get to do some stuff with it, I guess. So, doesn't quite take it out with Volt Switch either. This fucking washing machine sucks. Jesus. Okay. Go out into my Infernape, and because I know I'm faster, I'm just going to go ahead and take it out with the Psychic. I know it doesn't have any priority moves. Smart play by leaving in his father. Now, right here, this is the important moment of the game. Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. There's another turn coming up that does determine who the game's favor goes into. That might be slight spoilers for later. But I'm going to go for a Focus Blast right here anyway because I am Sash. I want to get some damage off on it, see how much it does. Was a good chunk, around 40-45%, something like that. And just gonna go ahead and take a T-Bolt. I'm glad it wasn't a discharge, but she's gonna go out into her Gastro right here, I believe, as death fodder. Now my Sash is broken because of the T-Bolt I just took. So she can kill me off with the Scizor with the Bullet Punch, which I do believe was the more tempting option, but this is actually what does end up changing the course of the game. The switch she chose right here, because although she does take me out with a Bullet Punch, I do still have a Scarf Garchomp left at full HP. The Scarf really doesn't matter at all, but the switch right here does matter, because if she did have her Porygon out, she could have recovered to the point where she was at near like full HP or whatever. But because Scizor is in here and I am at full HP, I think we learned in a little bit that this thing isn't actually banded because it decides to go for a U-turn. Scizor takes a little bit of unnecessary damage and takes some rough skin damage as well, and is going to go out into Porygon 2, but because it did not get the chance to recover from earlier, it actually is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. I don't know if it's to the point where it would have died from Earthquake after Stealth Rocks, or Earthquake just would have killed it outright. I'm not a damage calculator, but I feel like from that range, it's worth risking it. I think this was one of my last pokes, if not my last poke anyway. And based on the damage that I took earlier from Bullet Punch, I know I can comfortably live another one. So Bullet Punch is going to bring me down to X amount, and I'm going to finish it off with an Earthquake. I don't even know if I had any low HP Pokemon in this battle, but, you know, like Red with the really dramatic music, but that's the game. So if you guys enjoyed it, you are definitely welcome to leave a like, rating, and comment, and subscribe, and do all that shit. I will link Antar's video in the description. And if I do get a video tutorial walkthrough thing on how to do it as well, I will definitely leave one in the description as well. I'll leave a link to that. But as of right now, I haven't worked on it yet. If I do get it up, it'll probably be this weekend. Maybe, no. Probably not this weekend. Probably next week. Or if it's not today, it's probably going to be next week. So there's that. Might stream later today. Time permitting, it might not be for too long, but hey, a stream's better than no stream, so keep an eye out for that. And I think that's going to do it for today. So rate, comment, sub, do that thing that you normally do your thing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.